MRI, CT brain में you can see the enhancement of the bone very clear. The white region of the bone very clear. This is anterior, this is posterior, then this is right and this is left. ठीक है? Image का right and left is just opposite to your right and left. Now see, what is this structure? One, this is orbit. Number two is sphenoid bone, lesser wing of sphenoid bone, petrous part of temporal bone. This is the temporal lobe situated between the lesser wing of sphenoid bone and the petrous part of the temporal bone. Okay. So this is the temporal lobe. What is this structure? This is pons. This is cerebellum here. Then this is fourth ventricle. This between pons and cerebellum, you have the CP angle, that is cerebellopontine angle. In front of pons, you have one artery that is known as basilar artery. So basilar artery is the artery that supplies pons. In front of the basilar artery, you have the dorsum or the diaphragma cellae, and here you have the सेला टर्सिका where pituitary gland is situated. सेला टर्सिका के साइड में इंटरनल कैरोटिड आर्टरी एंड उसके भी साइड में ये ब्लू वाला पार्ट क्या है, कैवर्नस साइनस. डन. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट इमेज, this one. So number one is the frontal lobe here, then this is temporal lobe, this is the midbrain. Okay, you can see the midbrain, then this is cerebellum. This fifth one is the suprasellar cistern. Now here you can see the inferior horn of lateral ventricle. ये जो है ना वो inferior horn of lateral ventricle है. This is section of the vein. ठीक है, ये pons ही है. The number 3 structure is pons. Number 4 is cerebellum. 2 is temporal lobe. Temporal lobe का medial most part क्या होता है? Uncus होता है. So number 7 is uncus. Number 6 is amygdala. And number 8. What is number 8? Number 8 is hippocampus. So amygdala, hippocampus, uncus, frontal lobe, then internal carotid artery, middle cerebral artery, the basilar artery, right? Now here, in this image, you can see the midbrain at the level of inferior colliculi. ठीक है. So midbrain at the level of inferior colliculi, here you have the basilar artery dividing into posterior cerebral artery, then this is the optic tract that is there in front, then here you have the cox cerebri, frontal lobe, this is sylvian fissure that is situated between the frontal lobe as well as the temporal lobe, and here you can see the foliar architecture that is of cerebellum. Okay, now this image, this is cox cerebri, this is the frontal lobe, this is the sylvian fissure. Deep to the sylvian fissure we have the insular cortex. Insular cortex के अंदर you will have extreme capsule, then claustrum, then putamen. ठीक है, lentiform nucleus. Here you can see the lentiform nucleus, मतलब putamen region में you can see bleed here. Okay, this is anterior columns of the fornix, lateral ventricle. This is the third ventricle. This is the superior colliculi, and here you can see the small part of cerebellum here. ठीक है, cerebellum का छोटा सा पार्ट दिखाई दे रहा है. ये क्या स्ट्रक्चर है? ये तुम्हारा occipital lobe हो गया, occipital lobe. ठीक है. Now this section here you can see the putamen bleed. Here we have the caudate nucleus. This is the anterior horn of lateral ventricle as